So, we are getting into winners semis. We've got Wedge versus AnEntireSkeleton, Soul versus Justice. Should be a pretty interesting matchup. One of them obviously wants to keep you on the other half of the stage, the other one right up in your face. So this will be best of 5, as all of the matches today for Guilty Gear are. Also, I'm going to absolutely mangle the names of all of Justice's moves, so sorry, advance warning. Alright, Skeleton just managing to jump over the nukes and getting very Exerd-style dust loop. No Sidewinder here. Does work out, and I mean, I believe it's what they're still currently more comfortable with. Both have the place in this game, it seems like. Good backdash there from Wedge. Justice having the Potemkin backdash, where it's 21 frames, only 1 frame vulnerable at the very end. She is very much the inversion of a grappler archetype, it feels like. Or I guess she's a zoner with the grappler limitations. It works out to make a pretty interesting character for sure, but unfortunately for Wedge, it also makes it incredibly difficult to get out of the corner. Wow. Round start air throw. Let's see. Stun in this game is shown just by the flashing on the character port. So I was going to say that probably did a bunch of stun with the double counter hit, but no blinks yet. And okay, so these, wow, nice. I think that was, what, Bandit Revolver FRC from Skeleton there. Wedge is doing really good about setting up screens, or portions of the screen where Ash is just unable to go. Those nukes, they do trigger either on, proximity, or if you let go of them, you can manually detonate. You know, if you throw it out, hold the button, as soon as you release it blows up. One of the ways that Justice can deal with Soul just going for Grand Viper. Goes for a second super. Yeah, that one will not work out like the first one did. And one single tap, though if Justice gets the right hit, okay, yeah. Soul 2D'ing through oncoming traffic, just ducks right under everything. Right back to character select, no surprises here. All right. Wonder if we'll see this fight at the lore matchup stage. Pretty sure that this is something that happens in the story in this. An early burst coming out of Skeleton there. Not too surprising though. You know, use it early, get it back for sure. And these Sidewinders, yeah, just goes into Bandit Revolver for the knockdown. And Justice's health, the red health is still draining visually. There was so much gone there. Oh wow, I think Skeleton got crossed up and got Grand Viper there. That one clearly on purpose, a way to dodge the nukes. Wedge was not ready to release the button. It is a mix-up for both players there, though. Soul can, of course, duck under basically everything while moving forward with Grand Viper. But as long as Justice is ready for it, he can manually detonate the nuke and it'll still catch. Surprised that there was no throw there. Maybe Wedge was a little bit hesitant just because of the life total. But Justice can get full combos off of throws. Something I feel like I've seen a lot from Wedge, but not too much this game. I know that these two players have definitely fought a decent amount before, though. So maybe Wedge is aware that Skeleton is just, ready for it. Speaking of getting full combos off throws. Wild throw, of course, the go-to thing for that. Doesn't get the Bandit Revolver, but no knockdown, still pressure. Skeleton doing very well about, well, okay, until then, about approaching safely, kind of cautiously, really picking their moments for when to use the, the high commitment stuff like Grand Viper there, but also not being afraid to just do the slow jump in with Okay, that's more invincible than Volcanic Viper. Good to know. But yeah, the story of this so far has been Wedge is doing mostly well about like controlling space. Skeleton just isn't afraid to kind of slow grind in and then sometimes break out the crazy option that leads to a whole bunch of damage. I don't think I've seen Wedge successfully get a defensive throw or counter yet. And without those, Justice has a real rough time. There's a throw. Okay, should be... Yeah, gets the burst. Not a full combo, but still like a win for sure. A very important resource for them not to have. Jump in combo. And so it begins. The nukes. Yeah, it goes for Revolver FRC, doesn't get anything. Oh, no punish on the whiff Grand Viper. I wonder if Wedge just like didn't recognize what was happening or didn't think that they had something at that spot. And a second one. Man, just that is effectively Wedge just DP'd on an AnEntireSkeleton's wake up to win 2 rounds. All right, though. So, getting into game 3, again, best of 5, so no chance of it ending here. Hey, Pericles. How's it going, man? All right, and here. Oh. So, I'm curious to see whether Wedge will like change up their. Well, good to hear it's going at least. Ash with a very strong start here, just very aggressive start, managed to get through that initial like defensive movement kind of and not let Wedge have any chance to set up. That said, man, that nuke hit in such a weird spot. Wedge managing to regain control of the match, though, and that's one of those situations normally if Soul kind of flies by someone with Riot Stamp, not the biggest deal. Against his owner like Justice, though, it can matter a whole lot more. I'm going to be curious to see if Justice, or if Wedge, especially after those last couple rounds, opts for the full screen sword super as a call out on Gunflame, because Ash is doing it very regularly at certain points. And we saw Wedge be very willing to use it as a DP on their wake up. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him just shoot it in neutral once or twice. You're going to be playing high risk anyways, you know? Sometimes you just might as well. Clean hit Sidewinder. Okay, it does get bursted on the second hit. Yeah, Wedge not with a whole lot of life left. Skeleton saving the burst, and yeah, just wake up super, doesn't need it. That match went so much faster than the one before. One before was definitely like a slow grind each way. Oh, it was kind of a blow up. All right, so set point here for AnEntireSkeleton. All matches for this are 3 out of 5 Pericles. Okay, though, so AnEntireSkeleton managed to get a low height DP, it looked like. Ooh, and yeah, okay, that confirmed out of the corner. I don't know if that was on purpose. I believe it does make the Sidewinder loops easier, though. Gunflame, infamously bad to trade with. It does stick around a little bit after you hit Soul. If I remember right, it's the next pillar doesn't spawn, but the one that's already out doesn't go away. Man, Wedge is starting to look kind of overwhelmed here, though. The early matches, Wedge is doing pretty well about kind of keeping AnEntireSkeleton on lock and forcing them to play very specific movement patterns to be able to get in. But these games, it looks more like Skeleton's just kind of freestyling their way in. Yeah, can't anti-air with that, I don't know what that claw swipe move is, but does not work out for Wedge there. Bandit Bringer's right over the little laser sword thing. Michael sword or something. And as I said at the start, I don't actually know Justice's move, so apologies for that. Sidewinder loops, yeah, no burst on deck here. One more good confirm from Skeleton, and this should be the match. Wedge has got to play real solid here. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's how it starts for sure. Still no burst. Gonna be wild throw? No wild throw yet, at least. That hit? All right, all right. Well, hey, with that, AnEntireSkeleton will take it and move on to winners final. So congrats to them.